Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. First off, a couple quick clarifications. Number one, I'm trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, I'll put a link down below in the description area to a totally free 4-part series that'll walk you through futures, how they work, all that. And second, I'm trading futures through a prop firm. What is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which prop firm am I using? All that can be found at the link that you see on the screen. I'll also put it down below in the description area, and you can learn more about it. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is just a way for you to put very little of your money at risk, and then you have a whole lot of upside potential. But if you do want, like I said, more information on it, then definitely check out that link. And make sure you do use that link because that is a way to support the channel, and it will give you whatever the current promotion is. So I've already made a couple of trades. The nice thing about futures is they're pretty much open around the clock. So this right here was done already from various times because, like I said, they're open basically around the clock. I am watching this lower trend line here, and we'll see if it wants to potentially come down there. But as of right now, actually breaking up through that trend line, which I probably should have taken because that's what I alerted to my to the private community. So a lot of big question is, hey Clay, how does your private community work? So here's just a quick example of that. You can see right here, mapped out that exact trend line. Is this the breakout trend line at the open? So that's what I was mapped out, and you can see, yes, indeed, it has been the breakout. So for any of you members that watch these videos, congratulations to you. You are off to a good start this morning. A very good start, actually. All right, well, I will pause the screen recording software for now, and I'll be back at market open. All right, it's nearing that lower trend line now. So got to break out, but not a whole lot of follow through. Still plenty of movement, though. But look at that. The power of charts bounced right off of that trend line. So we'll continue to watch that and see if it does want to give a break. Try to play it for a scalp. Let's hop over to the MNQ. We'll see if it does indeed want to push down through that area. I'm not going to take the break on this candle. I don't really feel comfortable with that, but if it wants to consolidate out for a couple and then make the break, I think that's a much more attractive setup. So if it, like I said, if it breaks on this candle and I get left behind, so be it. All right, I will pause. And it broke immediately on the next candle. So it didn't break on that candle, but the next candle started and it just went. So just did not give me any time at all. So, yeah. I mean, in hindsight, it's easy to say, oh, yeah, I would have gotten in on that because I didn't get in on this candle, but I would have gotten on that next candle. It's like, okay, yeah, it's easy to say that in hindsight, but in the practical world, that happened just like immediately. So just not totally realistic. But we'll see. Maybe it wants to bounce back up. Try a little scalp here. So right there, just a small little scalp. Only had 3 micros, but like I said, this one is very volatile right now. So just giving myself plenty of flexibility in the trade if I need it. So yes, you could load up and go big, and if you're correct from the get-go, then yeah, you're gonna score a real solid, real big win. But as far as flexibility within the trade, you will have none. So the market is a very fair place. There's always trade-offs. If you want to go for the big gain, go for it. I mean, if you want to get paid in a big way right from the start, then yeah, you can do that. But the cost to you is now you're gonna have zero flexibility. On the flip side, oh, you want flexibility? That's fine. But if you're correct from the get-go, you're just not gonna make a whole lot. So as my favorite economist Thomas Sowell says, there are no solutions. There are only trade-offs. So you got to just figure out which trade-off you are most comfortable with. All right, I will pause. Looking for another potential scalp here. Again, if I'm right away, then I'm not going to make a whole lot, but I have flexibility in the trade itself. That was like a delayed entry. That was very bizarre. That was really weird. Let's see what it wants to do. Like I said, plenty of flexibility in the trade. And again, just gave me a little scalp. That took way longer than what I thought for sure. I mean, like I said, it never really collapsed against me or anything like that. I didn't even really have the chance to add any more contracts. But yeah, that took a little bit while longer than what I had thought. But we'll start the process over down here. Whoops. That area right there if it wants to come down. All right, I will pause. Okay, I have an order again for another scalp right up at that red line there. In and out. There we go. That was a very quick one. That's what I was expecting kind of last time. I was in and out, and if you blinked, you missed it. Try that again up at that level. Again, I'm opting for flexibility, so none of these are going to be banger winners, but I do have flexibility, quite a bit of flexibility within the trade. So we'll see if it wants to work its way up there or not. I'll pause. Okay, I have an order at that red line there. But in this situation, the price needs to come down. Close. In. I went below my order, didn't it? There we go. That was a little strange. All right, another one. I'll pause. All right, looking like this could be another nice little area if it wants to pop up just a bit more. Maybe I'm being a little too picky. Like I said, I just want to... Yeah. All right, a little too picky. We'll see if it wants to come back up. All right, I'm looking to potentially get short here. Wants to come down a bit more. All right, I will pause. Okay, there we go. In there. For my opening allotment. And out again for just a quick scalp. So glad I waited. Just let it push up a little bit more like I was mentioning earlier. And we'll see if it wants to come up some more. I will pause. And I should note, I'm well aware, like, I'll save yourself. Actually, still type it up. That'll help with the algorithm if I get some comments. But I am aware, like, man, Clay, if you had just gone bigger size, you've had like 5 winning trades in a row. I mean, that is all true. I could be having a very, very big day. But that's where it goes back to I am sacrificing having a much bigger day because I want flexibility within the trade. And you are more than welcome to disagree. If you're like, no, I never want flexibility in my trades. I always want to just, and that's totally cool. That just goes to show that everybody's got different strategies. Everybody has different approaches. But in this sort of environment, I am choosing to just give myself a little bit more flexibility. But I am well aware that with hindsight as our judge, I would have been way smarter to just gone bigger size for all these trades. But again, to be fair to us all, we are all having this conversation now with hindsight in our favor. But yes, I get it. A lot of winning trades, not a very big day, but it's in a kind of a, you can almost script this up. That's exactly the point. That's just the cost of flexibility. Wow, I'm gonna move back down. Big move back down. I mean, I'm almost wanting to go short there, but that seems like it's probably chasing at this point. We'll see if it wants to consolidate out a little bit. And yes, I know I've probably looked pretty stupid in this video, but I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back. I'm glad I didn't chase down there. Look at that. That would have been roast city. So there we go. I'm not a total moron. Not a total moron. All right, I'll pause. I'm saying that more tongue-in-cheek. All right, it's approaching another potential scalp point. And now bouncing. All right, I'm going to cancel that out. I don't like how it's just hovering right there. All right, never mind on that one. I'll pause. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here and just call it good. Made $600 in my other account. So overall, a good day, and one where I played it cautiously. So still up over both commissions. I don't know, we'll call it probably right around $850. So I will move on and fight another day. So again, nothing big here, but just a lot of small little base hits. But like I said, I'm not going to harp on it again. That's just the whole idea of the market filled with trade-offs, and I chose flexibility today. Yes, in hindsight, I should not have chosen flexibility, but like we've discussed, that is hindsight. And then finally, before I go, I do want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering. So if you want to learn more about the tools I'm using, how I build consistency, manage risk, and much more, including making sure that you have the proper framework as you approach the markets and the proper understanding and all of that, which a lot of traders do not. They are going down pathways that may appear to make sense, but they actually don't. So like I said, address that and much more here in the class. So if you're interested, check out the link you see on the screen. I'll also put it down in the description area, and you can figure out, and it'll tell you when the next live class actually is. So thanks for watching. As always, if you appreciate these live trade videos, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're looking for a super free and easy way to support the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Everybody take care. Have a good one.